Welcome, I'm Lauren from Zestel Kitchen, and welcome to Everyday Gourmet, where I share realistic recipes for the avid home cook using fresh ingredients and global flavors. All right, today we're making one of my all-time favorite recipes. We're making my watermelon tomato salad, and it's so easy, but it's so delicious and beautiful. I first wanted to make a salad that was like really monochromatic, so that's where this inspiration came from, and it is so good. I make it multiple times every summer because the textures and flavors are just, it's wild, unbelievable. And they're combinations of things that you probably wouldn't put together, which is kind of fun. So we're gonna start with some really big, beautiful tomatoes. We're gonna dice those up, and then we're going to cut up our watermelon. We need about 3 cups of cubed tomato. Now, it's important to cube the tomatoes and the watermelon fairly the same size, just because it's easier to eat that way. And then everything gets combined a little bit easier. So I'm just gonna cut them into pretty big chunks. And then if you have a fairly, what's the right word? Wet tomato, I would cut out some of the interior just so it doesn't water down the salad too much. So you want like a nice, firm, what are they called? Beef steak tomatoes. Beef steak tomatoes. That's a little bit meatier, not quite so wet. I feel like I'm going on and on about the tomato. Just get a good tomato. I'm just going to use this because it's easier to measure. Something like this. A little bit more. That looks good. Okay. Only took 2 large tomatoes. So if yours are a little smaller, I would use 3. Okay, we're going to add this to our mixing bowl, and then we're going to cut up our watermelon. This big guy is washed, so don't be concerned about that. I'm going to take off the ends because then it'll be easier to cut. Let's see. Oh, not bad. So for this, you're going to want a little bit more watermelon than tomato, just because it adds a nice sweet flavor, and I want the ratio to be a little bit more watermelon. There's really no other reason other than that. So we're looking for about 4 cups, and I'm just going to quickly cube it. Okay. Okay. Combine this with the tomatoes. Gorgeous. All right, the next bit is we're gonna add some olive oil and sherry vinegar. This is gonna be something that you are probably gonna have to go grocery shopping for because it's probably rare to have on hand. But it's one of my favorite vinegars because it's a unique, I don't even know how to explain it. It's almost like white balsamic vinegar where it's slightly sweet. It's a little bit more sweet than regular vinegar. It has a ton of great flavor in it, and it pairs wonderfully with Pecorino. So I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of that. So if you don't wanna go shopping for this, you could use a white balsamic vinegar. That would also be delicious. And then we're gonna do 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Half a teaspoon of salt. And then about 3/4 teaspoon of pepper. And you want it to be kind of a large grind of pepper just so it adds a lot of flavor. And then we're gonna stir that up a little bit just so we can get the salt dissolved and everything mixed in. Those are all good. And then just to finish it off is we're gonna add the most delicious Pecorino. And it's really salty, nutty, so delicious, and it pairs wonderfully with that sherry vinegar. And then we're also gonna add in some fresh basil. So you need about 12 basil leaves. And look, oh, these are gorgeous. Yum, it's just like summer in a bowl. We're gonna chiffonade them. So we're gonna stack them. That doesn't have to be perfect. And then we'll roll them up and slice them nice and thin. And then you have these really pretty basil ribbons that incorporate into the salad nicely. So I'm just gonna put those on top. We're going to, I don't think this is gonna be big enough. So I'm gonna use a little bit of a bigger vegetable peeler to peel the Pecorino into shreds. And I like that because some pieces will stick together pretty big and then some will break apart so that there's saltiness throughout, but sometimes you'll get a bigger pocket that just, I don't know, makes itself known, which is nice. We're gonna eyeball this. You need about 2/3 cup, but more's okay. Yum. Okay. I would just personally put them on top because when you stir it in, they're going to break apart. And you don't want it to be too small. Already, it's so pretty. Okay, maybe break some apart. Okay, that's it. And it's so pretty. And the deeper you get into summer, when like tomatoes are really sweet and watermelon's really sweet, just the better the salad gets. Oh, you could also add, Greg likes it when I add orzo, bulk it up a little bit, but you could also add some fresh spinach or arugula to add a little bit more green, but I personally wouldn't mess with this. It's so pretty. And we're gonna make sure that it's seasoned correctly. So I'm just gonna add a little, or try a little bit. And some pecorino. It's such a good combo. Oh my gosh. When you bite into the watermelon with the olive oil and the basil, it's key to use really good olive oil that's really robust in flavor. So you want that to be pretty present. You don't want that to fall into the background because there's so few ingredients in here that you really want to use quality stuff. Okay, yum. That's it. So good. Here it is, all plated up. Finished it with a little bit more fresh basil, little baby basil leaves from these stems, and some black pepper. And it is so beautiful, so unique. If you're gonna bring one salad to a picnic or a potluck and you really wanna wow, I would say this is it. Of course, the recipe is linked below. If you have any questions, let me know. And let me know if you make this. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And I'll see you right back here next week for another Everyday Gourmet. Okay. Not bad.
Not bad.
Yay.
Okay, is there anything